All right, everyone, welcome back to another episode of The Lethal Library. I am your host, Stephanie.
And I'm Dani.
And Danny's here to tell us another story about someone who's done some really bad things in Idaho. So let's strap in and get ready to go.
Let's do it. A quiet, small community in Idaho is rocked by a horrific crime in 1991. Little did they know who had been creeping in their town. Across the country, there is different circumstances. In a busy, populated city in Ohio, authorities were looking for a murderer that left a woman dead in the park. My resources used today are articles from the Cincinnati Post, the Cincinnati Enquirer, Bonner County Daily Bee, and the, of course, Idaho Statesman.
Thank you, Idaho Statesman.
That bitch. At 9:30 a.m., a man wearing a black leather trench coat and a fedora walked into Security State Bank on October 16th, 1991.
Can I just say fedoras are so cringe to me, and they always have been, even when they were popular, and Justin Timberlake was wearing them. A fedora
With a black leather
trench coat. It's a choice.
Don't
Certainly
be
a choice.
suspicious. Don't be suspicious.
Oh, we're on a great start already of an interesting story, that's for sure.
He walked up to tell her Tanya Crane and pointed a sawed-off shotgun at her. He demanded she empty her drawer. Tanya complied and placed the cash on the counter. A shot blast rang out. Tanya had been struck in the chest by a blast. The man grabbed $3,400 from the bank, leaving behind about $50,000 on the counter.
Oh, small oversight.
He got into a silver-colored car and took off. Tanya had only been married to her husband for a year and a half. She was young.
Keep getting these
I know.
gals that are just newly married, just starting a new chapter in their life, and it's ridiculous.
She just went to work. And guess what? Her husband was out deer hunting, and they could not get a hold of him. That is so...
That's really tragic.
Yeah, they couldn't reach him to let him know what happened. So,
we know a lot of hunters.
Yeah.
We're with hunters.
and they're unreachable.
Yeah.
And especially, cell phones were not, even if, the guys drive into town or whatever and get a little service and just check in, that was not happening in 91. So he just was gone for a week, and come home and to find your wife dead would be horrific.
Very.
Timothy Dunlap was arrested at 2:16 p.m. this same day. Soda Springs Police Lieutenant Joe Rice said, quote, "He surrendered. He was simply walking down the road with his hands out.
Okay.
Just gave up. Just like,
You got me.
oh, was it the trench coat and the fedora? Damn. When his abandoned car was found, it contained a crossbow and a shotgun. Dunlap is from Ohio. So how did he get here?
What are you doing in our neck of the woods?
Yeah, why? Just 4 days before the robbery and murder in Idaho, Eugene and Sharon King had just finished watching a friend's soccer game at Riverside Park in Cincinnati, Ohio. They decided while they were out there to go fishing. During their walk by the public boat ramp on the Ohio River, they came upon a body of a woman.
Yikes.
Fishing's kind of a dangerous activity.
There have been, I think this is the third or fourth, maybe more, where a fisherman has found a body. So, one of the risks of the hobby, I guess. How terrible would that?
It would be. No.
Rick fishes so much that it wouldn't surprise me if someone tried to dump something in a place that he frequents. He'd probably be the one to find it, because
He's on the tubes.
and he goes to places that most people don't go. Oh.
The body was lying in a grove of trees with an arrow stuck through her.
An arrow. That's so like barbaric.
The woman had no shoes on, but they were close by, and she had no identification on her. So the reason I'm telling you this is like she, a lot of times when these bodies are found, they are found half naked. They've been sexually assaulted. That none of that happened here. She was just
Shot through the heart with a crossbow, likely. Some type of bow.
the police were able to identify the body as that of Belina Balanos. The 32-year-old had been missing since October 5th. And the police are trying to locate her 23-year-old boyfriend and her 1982 silver Chevy Chevette hatchback.
Ooh, interesting.
Police stated the couple both worked at Spec Pack Incorporated. Belinda had worked there full time since 1987, and her boyfriend worked there part time. Neither of them had showed up for work on October 7th. Idaho don't fuck around because Dunlap is charged with first-degree murder and robbery. You remember that thing you just did here? Yeah, that one.
Let's go.
Let's go. While in jail, Dunlap had a phone interview with the Tribune and Sunday Ledger. And just shut the fuck up. Okay. He said the murders were acts of survival. When speaking of the bank robbery, he said, Tanya, quote, made me mad, unquote. Oh, of course,
Like, get over it. The fuck?
you pissed me off.
Oh my God, some of these men.
According to him, she failed to empty her cash drawer and pushed the silent alarm. Excuse me, you left you left the money. You left that $50,000.
Pussy. Sorry, pansy.
Oh. Dunlap admitted to the reporter that he had also killed his girlfriend, Belinda.
Okay. Crazy.
yeah, that
thing
was
to
me.
Admit to the press.
That was all me.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, sure.
Dunlap said his problems began after he was admitted to the Madison State Hospital in Indiana for harassing his ex-wife, Jennifer Robinette.
We've got some problems happening here, clearly.
And he just doesn't shut the fuck up. There's going to be lots of quoting here. Quote, once I got to Madison, I started to realize my freedom was not mine anymore. It really upset the hell out of me when I realized nothing was wrong with me.
Not at all. Clearly a well-developed and, a good person to be in society.
Dunlap was granted a grounds pass at the hospital, and then he used that to flee.
Shocker.
Surprise, surprise. He ended up in Cincinnati, where he stayed at a homeless shelter for his first few weeks. And then he found that part-time job. And that's where he met Belinda. And they became friends, and then obviously more than friends. But Dunlap had said John West, Belinda's former boyfriend, approached him and offered him $2,500 to kill Belinda.
Okay.
Dunlap purchased a crossbow.
Just for fun.
This is going to piss you off. He took Belinda under the guise of having a picnic along the Ohio River.
Not a fucking picnic.
He said he had a surprise for her. Then he blindfolded her with a shirt. So she's waiting for a surprise.
This is diabolical.
Dunlap shot her with an arrow through her neck and then fired a fatal blow to her temple.
The fuck?
It's so horrible. Like,
This
they were
is-
dating. Can you imagine? Like, honey, you gotta close your
And
eyes.
she trusted him
Yeah.
to do all of this. So she clearly was like, oh my gosh, this is How fucking cutesy. How lovely is this?
Dick. Belinda had only known Dunlap for 3 months. So it was
And
fair,
she thinks that he's a man that has planned like a very cute,
romantic.
romantic, like individualized thing. How terrible is that?
I told you it pissed you off.
I'm pissed. I'm pissed.
Can you? I was just like, my mouth dropped during my
Because
research.
you know that she trusted him if she did that.
Dunlap stole her car and took off for Idaho.
Wonderful.
Using her credit cards, he said he stayed in nice hotels and purchased an $800 leather trench coat.
Because that's what you need if you're fleeing from a crime that you committed.
Wait,
You need to look fucking cool. Tell me.
it's going to come along in the story, but I want you to remember this $800 and the nice hotel rooms.
Yeah, okay. Living it up.
He also forged one of Belinda's checks to purchase a shotgun in Kentucky. Surprise. He said he was on the hunt for a small town with a bank to rob. He stayed in a hotel next to the bank and watched it. He was like scoping out the bank.
Yeah, he's watching this. When are they coming and going?
And he did it very early at 9:30 in the morning. So, he's like, all right, everybody's settled. The people who come in late, they're there. Everybody's good. Not a lot of activity at this time. This is when I'm going to go get her done.
What a dick.
On the morning of the robbery, he walked into the bank and ordered Tanya to hand over her money. Quote, yes, ladies and gentlemen, he is still fucking talking to the press.
Genius.
She pushed some money back in the drawer, and that made me mad. He said he was further angered when she pushed the silent alarm with her foot. No.
How did he even know? I feel like he'd be able to do that so inconspicuously.
He must have had his super spidey senses on with that fucking trench coat.
The Fedora powers locked in.
That is when he shot her point blank in the stomach. Quote, I didn't shoot to kill her, but unfortunately she died. I think justice has been served. In fact, I got all the vengeance out of me that had built up when I was in jail in Madison.
He's been rehabilitated, folks.
He just needed to go murder about it.
In the shooting someone in the stomach, wasn't it? It was a shotgun, a sawed-off shotgun, right? I wasn't shooting to kill. I'm sorry. Anything that close with that kind of gun, you're probably gonna die.
Dunlap also said he wouldn't have to rob the bank if the organized crime members in St. Louis would have paid him the $5,000 they promised for kidnapping a 6-year-old child for them.
Oh, so they took out a loan.
He's nationwide, baby.
Oh man.
When asked about the prosecutor seeking the death penalty, Dunlap responded he is not afraid to die. Quote, it's time for the evil in my body to be put to rest. I just prefer that I would die.
I thought you got it all out of you though.
Make up your mind.
What is it?
Are you fixed? Are you not fixed? His poor ex-wife, Jennifer Dunlap, 19, do some math, said Dunlap was sent to Life Springs Mental Health Services in Indiana, but he ran off from there. Then he was sent to Madison Hospital, and he left there too.
Oh.
He's like, no, not for me.
Houdini.
Jennifer said Dunlap had called her in September and said he was back in town and that she would be seeing the bloodiest time she'd ever seen.
That's creepy.
No. No. She knew Dunlap for about 6 months before they were married in October of 1989. They separated the following July. Because he's fucking a nutcase.
She said, absolutely not.
And before they were married, Dunlap had told Jennifer that he worked for the U.S. Marshal's office. But of course, That was a lie.
The lie detector test determined that was a lie.
To quote some Maury. Jennifer said Dunlap is an habitual liar and is unable to hold a job. Except for, the crime.
For the mafia and
Yeah,
stuff.
let's
I
go.
mean, he kidnaps for the mob occasionally.
Jennifer, he was working. You just didn't even fucking know.
You
don't even
appreciate
know.
it. He's out there working, and they weren't even paying him.
Like working for free.
God. My God.
This fucker pleads innocent at his arraignment in November. Oh, that interview? I can't. That interview with the. No, I'm innocent.
Sure, bud.
By December, Dunlap's public defenders are asking for a change of venue.
Of course.
Which,
For it.
Soda Springs is tiny. Tiny,
Yeah.
tiny.
Most people haven't heard of Idaho. So when we're talking about the
Soda
tiny
Springs, Idaho.
towns,
Yeah. Have you heard of that?
okay,
No.
sure.
I think it was
Totally
like
understandable.
I think it was like 1,700 people. That's what I looked up. Like, you didn't notice the guy out of town wearing the fucking fedora and a black trench coat?
Yeah, that's a choice. That's a fashion.
Nobody noticed that?
Back then, there was no fashion in Idaho. We got things from like California that were a decade old, and we're like, oh, this is cool now. Way late. There was not like widespread internet to like.
Well, no, he had your Sassy, remember that magazine? Fucking old. But, in a surprise, on December 30th, Timothy motherfucking Dunlap pleads guilty to shooting Tanya Crane.
All right.
So we didn't even have to go to the change of venue. He's like, all right, fuck it, I did it.
You got me.
Oh,
I
that
don't know
interview?
how you found that interview. I thought that was a small publication.
Out of fucking Cincinnati, Ohio. I didn't think anybody was.
You guys heard about that?
Oh, you guys
Oh,
can. Oh, in Idaho, you can hear news from. Oh shit! You can actually. Oh, my bad. I thought I was telling.
Bad.
Thought I was telling something you guys had never even find out about. This is what's so fucking stupid about these guys that do this. Prosecutors still plan to seek execution.
They're like, we're not giving you no deals.
I'm just.
They were
When
hoping.
making these agreements, it still amazes me that they don't have him and his attorneys do not have the thought process like, let's make a deal. No, they're just like, yeah, I did it. Oh shit, you're still gonna want to kill me? That's not.
You should have been like, we can just make him say that he did it, and then you don't have to spend any resources on a trial. So what can we get in return? He's like, I really want them to know that I did it. I did do that. I want them to know.
Thanks for saying that. Now we're gonna kill you.
Not in Idaho,
It's
bro.
called a plea bargain.
bargaining. Negotiation. Dumb ass motherfuckers.
But in the agreement, the court has to at least pay for a psychiatric evaluation of Dunlap. So
What the fuck's wrong with you?
there's,
A lot.
yeah. Judge William Woodland, after accepting the plea bargain, agreed to a prosecution condition that he impose nothing less than life without the possibility of parole. So that's like almost worst case scenario except for dying. That's like the worst you can get except for being executed. That attorney slayed. I don't know. Like, what are you
Slay.
It's fucking, what are you doing? It's like, so I got this great deal for you, okay? You're gonna tell him that you did it, and you're either gonna spend the rest of your life in jail without the possibility of parole, or they're gonna kill you. Sound great? Okay,
Doesn't
let's
that
go.
sound wonderful?
Let's go.
Because on some of these you can get like 50 years, which you might still be alive.
Maybe. But at least you have some hope to get out. Like,
Sure.
I'm gonna eat all my greens. I'm gonna be healthy. I'm gonna be walking that yard.
participating in programs or starting something. There have been inmates that do something meaningful with their time.
But this one's like, so best case scenario, life without the possibility of parole.
No chance.
But the bad side is they might kill you. So
He's like, yeah,
sure,
let's fucking go. Love that. Love that for me. The fuck?
And I'm sorry, there was another one we did that happened. Like, oh, you pled guilty? Yeah, well, go fuck yourself. We're gonna kill you. There's no.
This is your bargaining chips, bro.
Oh, but there's a bonus. They're also gonna tell you how fucking crazy you are. But it doesn't. But it doesn't matter. You're either gonna be crazy for the rest of your life without the possibility of parole, or they're gonna kill your crazy ass. Either way, they're gonna tell you.
One of the two. Worst, the both worst case scenarios.
I just can't believe like that was in the agreement. You must give him a psychiatric evaluation.
For what?
Does it even fucking matter? Okay. In 1992, the sentencing hearing for Dunlap is held in April. Prosecuting attorney Clyde Nelson is asking for the death penalty. Quote, "It was an offensive and atrocious crime," he stated. By the way, bonus points, I said that whole fucking word all by myself. Thank you.
Gorgeous.
A Boise prison inmate testified Dunlap bragged last fall about the robbery and murder of Tanya along with the slaying of Belinda. He told Danny Gillette, it could be Gillette, it's the razor, he enjoyed killing because he was good at it and he would kill again if given the chance.
If you've got a natural talent for something, who's to tell you shouldn't pursue it? Wow.
When handing down Dunlap's sentence, Judge Woodland says, quote, "It is with great regret that this sentence is imposed. However, his actions and choices of October 16th, 1991 have forfeited his own life. Dunlap is sentenced to death." Oh, shocker.
Not a shocker in Idaho to even have that on the table when
I think
presenting a guilty plea. Because that's, you're avoiding, because the state gets to not spend time and resources on prosecuting.
Mhm.
So that's your bargaining chip. What are we doing here? Why was death on the table? And listen, I'm not saying however you feel about the death penalty, but just in a strategic way from, I'm guessing there's going to be appeals about like representation not being effective. Can I smell some of that in our future?
I smell that.
I smell it.
And as soon as, we're going to kill you. And then Dunlap is like, yo, I'm hopping on a plane. Let's go. Dunlap is shipped off to Ohio to face charges for aggravated murder and the killing of Belinda Balanos.
Mr. Nationwide.
Yeah. Ohio is also seeking the death penalty.
Okay.
This is sad. Belinda's father, Jim Frierditch, I think, with tears in his eyes, said, quote, "He done a terrible thing to our family. I just want justice to be served. That way I can work things out and get back to life. Right now, it's very hard to go on."
Because you feel like you're in limbo.
Yeah.
Like it's unresolved. I can totally appreciate that.
Dunlap's defense attorney in Ohio, Del Schmidt, claims that Jim had threatened Dunlap.
And
So? Yeah, I'd be pissed. But I don't think that that's Jim's jam, because I'm going to tell you. His response, quote, "I have never threatened that man whatsoever. It's a figment of his imagination."
he does have a very active imagination.
"This man had admitted to this crime and he has expressed his wish to be sentenced to death. I think his wishes ought to be granted."
Say less. I mean,
Right.
that's all fucking true.
And just so you know, Ohio news stays in Ohio. So they already knew. He said, yeah, just kill the evil in me.
As you requested, sir.
But Dunlap, he pleads not guilty to aggravated murder and aggravated robbery because, that didn't work out well for me.
So he's like, maybe a different strategy, which, I mean, sure.
Defense attorneys are trying to get Dunlap's statements made to the press suppressed, stating they would be prejudicial.
You didn't want to do another interview?
Let's go.
Maybe it's a couple interviews.
January 1993, the trial in Ohio begins. During the trial, the prosecution played a taped confession. Dunlap stated, quote, "It didn't have to be done. It is just I was broke. I had no money. I was hardly working. What about your mob job, motherfucker?" So he's like, well, but he did not have to do. He could have blindfolded her and said, "I'll be right back," and then left. He could have still stole her car, took over the credit cards, blah, 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 done all that shit.
And then you don't have a murder charge over you.
Robbery, yes.
But look what
Dick
you've
thing to
done.
do, yes. But she would still be here. You fucking psychotic piece of shit.
This is very a la Creech of murdering people in crimes where it wasn't even
It's not my fault.
necessary.
It's not my fault. After 4 hours of deliberation, he was found guilty of aggravated murder and aggravated robbery of Belinda. Dunlap showed no emotion as the verdict was read. He walked out of the courtroom. He said, quote, "It's a hell of a way to start a new year."
Put that on a fucking Hallmark, okay?
I want to know who this fucker's. Well, Mr. Schmidt, you need to advise your fucking client. Dunlap gave an interview after his conviction.
We've seen how well the interviews have worked out. Any press interaction, I feel like, should be heavily advised and planned, and have your lawyer there and be like, we will answer questions about XYZ if you even talk, because it's almost like how they don't put them on the stand. Even if you have a good story, the chances of you creating enough doubt, you're usually going to create more suspicion, because these prosecutors and interviewers know how to ask questions. Or even if you were innocent, it could be very awkward and make you look uneasy.
Don't talk to cops. Like, don't shut the fuck up. And you know what? I just feel like Mr. Schmidt was like, all right, go hang yourself.
All
Go
right.
ahead. I'm fucking done with you.
You've been the worst client, honestly. So yeah, do
my
whatever
advice
you
to you,
want.
go give that fucking interview. Go fuck up your pills because you're a horrible piece of shit. And the more you talk, the more likely that they're going to tell you to go eat dick. Bye.
Yeah.
Dunlap, you want to get to the interview?
Yeah.
Okay, let's go.
Bad choice.
Dunlap said, quote, "I didn't want to do it, but things just kept getting worse for me. Oh,
Poor guy.
I had no money. I was living out of a car.
Oh,
I had no clothes."
except for that.
And then he said he hadn't even eaten at least 36 hours before he killed Belinda.
He was hangry, folks. That's
a different kind of
that's
fucking
the new
level.
defense. It's not affluenza, it's hangry.
No, he's hungry. Should have had a Snickers.
Snickers, please sponsor us. Don't get hangry. You might end up in this.
You might be ending up murdering about it.
From an actual murderer.
Packed with peanuts.
This causes murders. You gotta be fucking shitting me, dude.
I just broke out like a saying from I'm old, packed with peanuts.
Packed with peanuts for the Snickers?
Okay, let's get back to this.
Motherfucker.
Yeah. Quote, "Desperation is a funny thing.
Oh.
It is the force that guides men to kill. Oh, I've been very desperate before. I haven't
Thank you for
murdered about it.
speaking for all men.
I have never murdered over
Being
desperation.
hungry for 36 hours?
No.
We're not even at starvation levels at this point.
No. Have you not watched fucking Tom Hanks? That's hangry.
Naked and afraid?
Some people do go kind of, woo, postal on that.
But they're like, oh, a leech was sucking the blood out of me. Maybe I'll eat it. They're not like, it's been a day and a half. I'm going to fucking murder you.
Cameraman, come here.
Seriously, because you know the cameraman's got a fucking granola bar in his pocket. And that's what I find so hard about that show is for me, the knowing, I'd be like, what did you eat yesterday? Bring me a sandwich, would you?
Little snacky snack.
If you don't bring me a sandwich, maybe you'll fall into the crocodile infested pond. I don't know. I can't vouch for you out here.
I
bro.
might kill you with this tab off a soda can I found. So
Slice.
give me the fucking granola bar. I want the fucking Nature Valley, extra crispy, dry out my mouth, make a fucking mess. But I'm gonna
And
lick it.
bring me a Aquafina or something. Like, you got any Fiji water in there?
Do you not see the
I
shit I'm
love
drinking?
that
I'm
shit.
boiling.
I'm boiling mud.
Ugh.
It's literal mud. Some of that shit.
I want to see him with a fucking tap. Like, I'm gonna kill you. Give it up. I bet you that's happened where people have just like went out to the camera.
Give me your fucking food.
Yeah, I'm
This
done.
is a stick up.
Oh, naked and skinny with a fucking. I was gonna make a hook out of this, but now I decided I'm just gonna kill you about it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Love that show, but
Dunlap said neither him nor Belinda had any money, but he knew she had credit cards. And again, stating he was hungry. Quote, I don't think anybody can say that if they were in the same situation that I was in, that they would have done anything different. And if they do, well, then they're lunatics.
they're lunatics. If anyone else has been slightly hangry for 36 hours and poor, that's your natural reaction is to kill your partner.
With a crossbow.
And do it in a sweet way and have the planning to
It was maniacal.
maniacal. It was maniacal.
Can I just say, though, for as much as he's bitching and whining about having no money and being so hangry, he bought a fucking crossbow. The math is not math. I can't even girl math my way out of that.
No.
I cannot.
No.
I can't even fucking girl math.
That's like buying a designer bag when you're like, I literally haven't eaten a week. But this bag, we wouldn't do that, girls. That's not how girl math works. Girl math is much smarter.
Yeah, I can't even girl math my way out of that.
No.
He did say he deliberated for days before killing Belinda. He chose the crossbow because it was quiet. Quote, I wasn't like Dahmer, but that was the only way I saw to get out of the situation, and I did that.
Poor man in a bad situation. What else was he to do but kill his partner, Danny?
With a crossbow that
was
he
hungry.
contemplated fucking purchasing.
That doesn't even solve your problems, you dipshit.
But did you see my $800 leather trench coat
I
I
look
purchased?
damn good doing it. I was wearing a fedora.
Fit check. He's just such an idiot. That's why I was like, I can't wait to tell you the story. Because he's
This
just
is
a fucking
ridiculous.
idiot. Okay, so during his sentencing hearing, Dunlap's mother testified. I feel so bad for some of these mothers, these parents and families of these guys, because hopefully nobody has the intention of having their child grow up to be a murderer. So I just feel so bad For
There's only so much you can do.
Dunlap's mother testified, crying on the stand. Patricia Dunlap said her son was an altar boy and a Cub Scout. He studied drama in college. Dunlap testified. Why is he testifying? Shut the fuck up.
Bad idea.
Dunlap testified that he was, quote, on the razor's edge of insanity when he killed Belinda. Fair.
I think he was on insanity well off of the edge before
Right.
because this is not logical thought.
No.
Like, I'm a little poor and hungry, so I'm going to set up an elaborate scheme to do a surprise. Like, this is not a third world country. Go and shoplift from your local grocery store. Like, there's many other better options that would fix your problem. How does that even fix your problem? This is another person that's probably has something to contribute to help with your hungriness. It's just fucking outright dumb.
And also, could I just remind you, he was only working fucking part-time.
Maybe bump up those numbers a little bit.
Wow, there was that fucking mop job. Okay, 2 part-time jobs. God.
A single mom who works so hard, loves the kids and never stops. He's doing the Reba McEntire TikTok right now.
And I want to say this. He also, during my research, he ran for public office.
Of course he did. Delulu. The Delulu is Delulu-ing.
Like before, I think kind of like the mental hospital kind of stuff that they were doing. Yeah.
I bet he was already in that, but people were like, oh wow, a driven and motivated person. And it's like, that's manic. He's manic.
Yeah. So, well, he's sentenced to death in Ohio's electric chair.
They still do.
Well, they did in the 90s. I know. We think our firing squad is.
And it is. It doesn't take.
Like, no, we're just going to put electricity through your body with a lot of pain until you die. Thank you. Don't forget the water.
Gotta have the sponge.
I'm just Green Mile.
Green Mile.
I will
Love that
I
movie.
don't even watch that scene. I've seen the Green Mile. I mean, I did initially.
It's one of those movies that I can't, if it's playing, I can't not watch it.
Right. So I'm going to watch it. But after watching part of the scene, the first, then when that comes on, I'm just like head
It's
down,
terrible.
eyes closed. Yeah. It's horrible. And that dweeby motherfucker.
That piss pants motherfucker.
Killed the mouse.
Pissy Pants McGee.
Whatever his fucking name was.
It was some dweeby ass name, which he deserved. Peaky Pants. Fuck you.
As Dunlap was let out of court, he looked at his crying mother and said, "Hey, I'll get over it."
Cool.
In the electric chair. In another fucking interview, Dunlap stated, "I wanted to make sure people know if a day ever comes and I get out and they see me walking down the street, they better call 911 because there's trouble on the way."
That's going to help any.
His attorney, I know his attorney.
Even if you had parole, like you've just fucked yourself.
His attorney's probably like, "Oh, you want to? I think that's a great idea. You should go get him an interview." Because I bet you he was a fucking douchebag client.
Yeah.
And they're just like,
Tell them how you feel. Your
Tell them
feelings
how
are valid.
and don't call me for any of your fucking stupid appeals.
You know what? You should threaten everyone in the general public of losing their life. That's
While you're at it, why don't you just threaten the judge? Threaten the
threaten the
president.
judge. Threaten their family.
Yeah, president of the United States.
Let's go. They're all in on it, bud. You need to tell them what's up.
Yeah.
What a fucking dipshit. I cannot.
IQ of like probably 23. Just saying.
I think even less than that. This is literally the worst.
Well, Ohio says, "Thank you. Bye. You're going back to fucking Idaho."
We're just gonna keep tossing you back and forth to our death penalty states. It's like volleyball for them. They're like, oh, you got this? Sure.
In March, Dunlap's attorney, Monty Whittier, Monty,
Monty.
argued in front of the Idaho Supreme Court that Dunlap should not be executed, stating Dunlap did not intend to kill Tanya. Whittier said he only meant to wound Tanya to teach her a lesson. Who the fuck is this guy?
I'm sorry. So Tanya was the one in the
bank robbery
with a shotgun.
He shot her like it was point blank. Like he wasn't touching her, but it was like
a
with
foot
like
or two away.
yeah, it was like
over the
6
counter.
to 18 inches away. I was just trying to teach her a lesson.
You got to be shitting my dick. Like,
And
this is.
that an attorney would actually fucking say that. Like, I'm like, dude, I can't do it.
I know that they're supposed to be like the ambassador, like, and I give praise to public defenders.
Absolutely.
Because you know what? It is a right for you to have a defense.
And there are some people that are actually innocent,
wrongfully accused.
And
But can you imagine being a public defender and having to argue that? Like, imagine someone like trying to run up and slap a judge, and then the public defender having to be like, they didn't mean it to hurt you, though.
They were trying to slap the microphone down.
They were trying to just teach you a lesson. They weren't trying to harm you. Even though they physically assaulted you, Judge. Shut the fuck up. Oh my God.
But the High Court upholds Dunlap's sentence.
Obvious.
Go fuck yourself. An execution date is set for October 29th. Guess who's back? Back again. Attorney Joan Fisher.
Let's go.
That bitch. And she does her thing. Like, I have much respect for her. Like, she's made a lot of things happen.
And there is
despite of what I think about it, she is a rainmaker. Like, she gets shit done.
There's things that can be done and there's things that can be wrong in a case.
And she asked the Idaho Supreme Court to block the execution to allow time for preparation of an appeal to the U.S. Supreme Court. And
valid.
Sandra Day O'Connor blocks the execution date just 4 days before it was set to take place.
All right.
In 1994, another death warrant was issued after the Supreme Court denied his case. But another stay is issued. We're just appealing. In 95, Ohio Supreme Court upholds Dunlap's conviction. Jim, Belinda's stepfather, is advocating for families. And so during my this really put him on.
It tore him up.
Yeah. But he's out there advocating for other families, for other victims' families. Like, this is so just explaining how hard these appeals are on families. He's just out there. So poor Jim.
It sounds like he
found
which is another reason why I don't agree with the death penalty is how many appeals it allows. So the families have to keep going and going and going and restating their case. And it sounds like he was good at doing that and also helping other families prepare for that.
and navigate it.
Yeah.
So go,
'cause
Jim. And
open that wound. It's awful.
but also, I mean, some of these life cases though that I've run across, they're getting appeals too. Like, it's just digging up. But the death penalty cases definitely have more.
They're guaranteed at least one appeal, right?
Yep. Oh, it's automatic appeal. In 2001, Dunlap is charged with attacking a prison guard. Surprise, surprise. He's accused of throwing a liquid that smelled of urine on a correctional officer,
Ooh.
Denise DeForest, as she was delivering lunch on death row at the Idaho Correctional Institution.
Fucking rude.
When the officer opened the slot, to feed your fucking ass. Haven't you already had issues with starving? Why take the fucking food, you hangry bitch.
Yeah, God forbid you go 10 hours without a Snickers.
And that's when he threw the pit. It was piss. We know. It was.
That's the common tactic.
In 2003, Dunlap is granted a resentencing due to the procedural mistakes made when he pled guilty to first-degree murder.
Sure.
This guy, his attorney Ralph Keene, he must have just had the whole death row.
Get it, Ralphie boy.
Said information about Dunlap's history of being an escaped mental patient was not presented to the psychiatrist who ruled that Dunlap was capable of making a plea agreement. Keene said, quote, the psychiatrist didn't know Mr. Dunlap had documented mental health issues going back to the age of 6. And we are trying to convince them that wasn't really good lawyering to plea bargain for the death penalty.
Sure.
Yes, that's what we were saying. We're not even attorneys. In 2004, the Idaho Supreme Court upheld the guilty plea, but that does grant a resentencing hearing. Because why, class? Only juries can hand down the death sentence, not a judge. Idaho fucked this so much. I mean, just so much fuckery on this.
Decades.
What does Dunlap do with the chance to get the death penalty reduced to life in prison? He's going to represent himself.
Genius. Go pro se, motherfucker. Let's go pro se.
Because he talked to his lawyer self, and his lawyer self said, yes, give that interview. You must give the fucking interview.
Make sure that you've got enough snacks, though, because you might murder someone trying to represent yourself.
And a phone interview with the Associated Press. I wasn't kidding. You didn't see that coming. Lawyer Dunlap. Yes. Prisoner Dunlap. I think you should absolutely give an interview to the Associated Press. Prisoner
The
Dunlap
press just loves him. This is like the tabloids.
I will do it. You tell me, Lawyer Dunlap. Yes, you must. Tell the world.
I am my own lawyer now. I have a tie. I have a chair.
They wouldn't
King
give
in
him
the
a tie at
castle.
death row. Oh, shit. Okay. In a phone interview with the Associated Press, he stated he plans to argue that he only inadvertently shot Hania and that he suffers from epilepsy and mental illnesses that may have affected his judgment. Really?
Inadvertently. So you had a seizure?
You fucking told everybody you shot her because she made you
She
mad.
made you mad, and she needs to learn a lesson.
I was mad about it, and I was trying to teach her a lesson. When somebody is robbing you, do not touch the fucking alarm. Go fuck yourself.
What a dipshit, dude.
Quote, I'm going to be my own lawyer at the resentencing, and I'm pretty sure the judge is going to allow that.
I'm a big boy.
My lawyers were trying to get me to a jail where I can have more access to tests like a CAT scan. So I said, check this out. I don't want you representing me anymore.
Told them, check yourself before you wreck yourself, lawyer. I'm actually a legal genius. They have books here in the jail where I can teach myself to be a lawyer.
And lawyer
So please exit stage left.
bye.
And scene.
I just couldn't believe it. It's like, check this out. I just,
But listen up.
he also said, quote, I guess what I'm arguing is why do you want to execute somebody when they can be rehabilitated in prison?
Who's asking the tough questions? Me. My fucking jaw is on the floor. Like,
I just was like, shut the fuck up. I'm sorry. Okay.
they tried to help me, and I said, fuck you. Did you know that I'm smart?
I ran for office one time.
I was almost the president.
Oh my God. Okay. Where are we at? Okay, he's still in his quote. Okay. I'm going to try to have all of those tests in front of the jury so they can say, this guy here has something wrong with his mind. Maybe they say, this guy walked into the bank and the teller pushed the alarm and it spooked him and he shot her. It wasn't like I was going there to kill so-and-so.
It's a normal response. If let's ask the audience. If you were robbing a bank and you saw someone hit the alarm, would you blast them with a shotgun to tell them, you made me mad with that? I didn't like that. You need to learn a lesson. Wouldn't we all? Let's ask the audience.
We're still quoting here.
My God.
I'm not trying to sound mean about her. She's dead. But I'm not like Eric Virgil Hall or that other guy, Azad Abdullah.
Still in our cases that he's like my little roommates over here. I know
I'm not like those guys. I just gave her a slight little shotgun blast to her stomach to let her know I was not
I
happy
didn't
with
know it
her.
was gonna kill her. I didn't know you couldn't blast someone with a shotgun a foot away. Who knows that?
Strangling people. I'm not like the strangler down there at the Boise.
And I didn't light my wife's house on fire. No. Certainly. How disgusting is that? This motherfucker.
Do you hate him so bad?
Just for him to even, because they're all pieces of shit, but it's like, the mental gymnastics that you would have to go through, knowing what you've done, and admitting publicly and on press what you've done, and then be like, yeah, I admitted it because who doesn't do that? We would all do that, right? Can't we all agree?
I was hangry and I brought my crossbow out.
You guys can relate, right? If you guys really can't relate with this?
Do you know what? I wonder.
His shock at that, I bet, was, oh my God.
And also, I just have to tell you guys, during my research, I came across a podcast, Unforbidden Truth podcast, and they actually do a phone interview with him, like within the last year. So you can go check that out.
Get it? Unforbidden.
Again, it's Unforbidden Truth, and it's a conversation with Idaho death row inmate Timothy Dunlap. So
good for you.
Yeah,
for hell
yeah. And that's I just briefly looked at some of their other episodes, and it seems like that's what they do. They just talk to I don't want to say but they call
death row inmates.
Yeah. Or prison inmates and have a conversation with them. So anyways, you can go check that out.
Out.
I'm going to have you listen to it later. I mean, I didn't use anything in my research for that, but it was just a little fun tidbit. I mean, he's still stupid. So yeah, he's not like Hall or Abdullah. He's better than that. He didn't mean to go in there. He wasn't planning on killing somebody.
He did an oopsie. Have you guys never done an oopsie?
It was an unplanned murder. In 2005, the United States Supreme Court refuses to hear his case. In 2006, he is getting his resentencing, and he did every little self. I mean, he had several years to think about this.
He just talked himself into it. Clearly, we can hear the bravado.
Oh, you're gonna be so pissed because he talks more. I'm gonna quote him more. Okay. Dunlap told the jury in a rambling statement that history will only remember him as a bad man, and said both murders were prompted by anger and frustration towards his ex-wife. It was her fault.
You guys have never been angry before?
Jennifer.
You never murdered someone about it?
Jennifer did it. She fucking pissed me off so bad that I had to go murder her about it.
You guys have never been angry. If you've been hungry and angry and hangry.
But you know what's fucking amazing to me, Steph? Is that he is still rationalizing his behavior. He's been sitting in fucking jail for like 15 years. And he is still hung up on my ex-wife.
Because you cannot let the reality of it sink in. Weak emotional competency.
He also told the jury if they allowed him into the general population at the prison, he would have access to the law library so he could be lawyering, and an Indian sweat lodge so he can learn Indian magic.
How problematic that is. Oh my God.
Not only am I going to be lawyering, but I'm also going to be magicking. Okay?
I do the Indian magic. Oh my God.
Okay, here we go. You ready for some quotes?
No, damn lady needs to stop allowing an opportunity for a quote.
How can I die twice? Maybe I'll be frozen as a folk hero or some nut and be brought back to life.
I'm about to slap this fucking iPad off the table. I could not listen to this.
He's stated, it's so fucking ridiculous. This is why I'm so excited to tell you this one. He stated that he did not plan the murder. He was just scared that when she, Tanya, moved her leg, she was trying to set off the alarm. Quote, I didn't shoot her in the head and blow her head off. I shot her in the stomach. That's what he said to the fucking jury.
How kind and thoughtful.
I didn't blow her head off, jury.
Very thoughtful. What a sweetie.
A jury reimposed the death sentence for Dunlap after 5 hours of deliberation.
Oh.
I bet you it didn't even take that long. They're like, all right, let's take a poll. But
like, what's going on with you guys?
Let's have some lunch and think about it so it makes it look like we at least thought about it.
They're going to cater something in here, so let's get the catering. Hey, John. Hey, how's your fam? I heard Mama had the cancer, right?
Yeah,
Mama had the cancer.
Goodwood's here. Let's go.
Fucking love these ribs. You guys had these ribs before?
Oh, they better give us lots of that spicy BBQ.
They didn't include our extra sauces. Can we get an officer to Goodwood, please? We specifically asked for it.
Coleslaw is fucking warm. Why do they put the coleslaw on top of the rib
Cold
package?
with cold, hot with hot. This is beginner stuff, babes. Anyway, let's chat over lunch, and then we'll go back in there eventually. But let's just have some time. You guys are my fam. I love all of you.
Could not even have a serious. I'd like walk into the fucking jury room, just like look at everyone with my hands up, like, are we?
Is there a question?
Can we just? I was getting very animated. In 2009, Dunlap is asking again for a new sentencing hearing with attorneys this time.
Now you need help. Can't do this on my own, guys. I tried it. I thought it was going to resonate with people. I'm being very
Indian
relatable.
magic, lawyering.
Who doesn't know about that? But it didn't work. So can you guys come help me?
Come help me this time. Thank you. In a hearing, his attorneys filed nearly 80 claims on why their client should be given another sentencing hearing. Because he can learn the Indian magic in the Indian Sweat Lodge. Fuck.
80.
In 2013, Dunlap sues the kitchen supervisor of Idaho's maximum security prison. I just had to include this. Of Idaho's maximum security prison. No, he didn't. Not the warden. That mother. That's my guy.
That motherfucker right there is not real.
So he's suing him because the state is no longer serving lunch to inmates on the weekends. So they're like, we're not. What the fuck? He said this is causing him health problems. About his hangriness.
It has caused him to shoot someone point blank with a shotgun before. It wasn't his mental deficiencies or inability to deal with his emotions. Everyone does that if they don't have lunch. Everyone knows that.
Everybody knows that.
Everybody knows that.
He said, so it's causing him health problems. The prison does serve a bigger breakfast and dinner. And also, like, they give him an extra piece of fruit on the weekends. So they don't have to have staff there doing that. I like,
it is what it is.
People need weekends too, bro. I'm sorry you're in prison on fucking death row because you're a fucking murderer.
A literal murderer.
This is what you do. Have you ever not just fucking,
He's saying,
I'm going to save this piece of fruit for fucking lunch?
Or get your commissary. There is
Nobody is
commissaries
sending him
you can have.
shit. This motherfucker is probably not getting any commissary because he'd be a broke bitch.
You might have to find a way to get it.
Why don't you call your mod friends, motherfucker?
Yeah.
They still owe you with some interest.
$200.
You could be getting that tablet in jail. Okay, that was from. He does talk about that in on that podcast. So about tablets. The state argues the mills meet the caloric intake requirements. So go fuck yourself. They're giving you enough calories. Sorry,
Space it out, bitch.
you don't like your dry bologna sandwich. Meanwhile, he is still getting another chance to argue for a lesser sentence. The Idaho Supreme Court ruled that Dunlap's attorney did not adequately investigate mitigating factors such as his mental illness during his sentencing hearing.
I think he made those clear with his many interviews and also asking for the death penalty. But all I can say is this is one of the biggest dipshits that we have covered. Stupid all the way around. No, I can't even. There's no logic. There's no thinking.
No. In 2023, Dunlap's request to be placed at the prison's acute mental health unit. He's denied by the Ninth District Court of Appeals. There now. So currently, Dunlap is 56 and residing at the Idaho State Correctional Facility in Boise, Idaho, and still not learning his Indian fucking magic.
And how do your friends feel about you throwing them under the bus? Did that create a little bit of... I feel like it's Real Housewives
I don't know.
on death row, but overall, the dude was a dipshit. I can't believe it took him this long to get caught, but you get what you get.
And don't throw a fit.
Thank you.
Well, guys, it's been fun.
It's been real.
Oh, shit. This guy's an idiot.
It's been real fun.
Actually. I was so waiting to just rip those quotes off. I'm like, she's going to fucking...
We don't often hear from someone that is willing to incriminate themselves so drastically. So, fuck you, Dunlap. You're a dipshit. And yeah, thank you for listening to the Lethal Library. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, especially TikTok. We are working our asses off on TikTok for you guys. We are not good at this. We don't claim to be. It is way harder than you think, but we're doing it because we're like, if people like listening, they might like this. Yeah. So follow us on TikTok. Give us a like or a comment.
Give us a comment.
We love the comments that have come in.
Have been great. So
Hilarious.
yeah. And again, just I have such a fun time with you, Steph. Thank you.
Time.
And we're gonna go. Let's go have another cocktail.
Yes.
Alrighty, guys. Next time.
Damn for rubber ducky.
Fuck yeah.